Eliminator had them up and cheering their favorite. That's Speed King Mickey Thompson pouring the traction-improving bleach down for driver Danny and Gaius. The Mach 1 stages against a Camaro of schoolteacher Kelly Chadwick from Texas. An anxious moment for trackside photographers as Chadwick narrowly misses the rail before shutting off, and Gaius flashes through.
They're pretty good guys, but you know, when you get to a meet like this, you don't really have any friends.
These are the funny cars. In effect, they are short version AA fuel dragsters, plastic bodies, and Don Prudhomme is everywhere today. He owns this car. It'll be driven by Jay Howell, and here Don Tarrant's crew member, as he pours the solution down for Howell to burn in his tires, heat them up, and move into the starting line area. The funny car is capable of going over 200 miles an hour. It's very light. The bodies are made of plastic. Don Shoemaker has been one of the hot fellows all across the country, match racing and in the national competition as well throughout this year. Shoemaker's car is a Barracuda, and so is the car that Howell will be driving, a Barracuda. And Shoemaker has been very, very steady in all of the competition leading up to the funny car quarterfinals. Buster Couch is the starter. Watch him explode off that starting line. I mean, they leap out of there. At the top end, pulls away to a comfortable win, 7.07 seconds, elapsed time better than 210.
Down Big John Masmanian of Whittier, California, and his driver Richard Sarunian, who is also his nephew. The Hawaiian being driven this year by young Butch Moss of Westminster, California. And you can bet just as soon as the snows melt in the east, this team will be headed out on their annual tour appearing at drag strips all over the United States. That's how they make their living.
I can't compete with that burnout, Steve.
You know, the burnouts really have added an awful lot to the show, not only as well as helping me elapse time. Generally, at most drag strips around the country, the funny cars will go up to the starting line and do burnouts from the starting line, sometimes almost a full quarter mile and back all the way back up again. Obviously, there's not time for that at a big meet here like the Winter Nationals.
I was about to comment that at first glance, a funny car just looks like a strange automobile. And then you see the driver sitting right dead in the middle of it, just as if it were any other type of racing machine, and you realize that it's something more than just what you'd see on the city street.
That's true, and even though there's nothing on these automobiles that's stock, not even the body, they're made out of very, very lightweight fiberglass. They're just because there's a strong product identity factor. The Chevy good for the Chevy funny cars, and the Ford for the Ford, and so forth. Masmanian, utilizing a Plymouth Barracuda appearing replica of a Plymouth Barracuda. Driver Richard Sarunian, strapped in. He's completed his burnouts, and he'll meet the Dodge of Roland Leong, appropriately named the Hawaiian. Inside the cockpit, you can see Butch Moss. Moss moving up very slowly. These machines utilize a 2-speed transmission. They have onboard fire extinguishers and every conceivable safety device. The nitromethane fumes are very strong against the mast. An unbelievable wheel stand by Richard Sarunian. Moss blazes the tires to victory. You'll seldom see a funny car stand on the bumper like that, Tom.
As high as $30,000. Out of the bleach box after cleaning and heating his tires comes Pat Foster. That's his opponent in the blue car, Tom McEwen. This is Pat on the far lane in the red car. He was the top qualifier, 212 miles per hour. And Tom McEwen qualified 5th. Foster from Tarzana, California. Tom McEwen from Fountain Valley, California. Moving up to the start. It's going to be coming up momentarily. There it is. Tom McEwen's off first. Pat Foster's trying to catch him with the red car. Pat Foster's coming up, and at the finish, it is Pat. Quarterfinalist, that's Roger Lindemood. And look at those tires as they spin them. They really rise. The front end goes way down. The back end goes up. Here's his opponent, Dale Pooley in the red car. It'll be on the outside lane from Wilmington, California. Pooley qualified 7th. Roger Lindemood qualified 11th. Both pulling up to the starting line now. Lindemood in the blue car. The And there they go! And Lindemoon just goes up in smoke. Too much horsepower, and he lost traction for now with the funny car quarterfinals. This should be a beauty. There's the defending champion, Butch Moss from Santa Rosa, California. The blue car with the red trim, and there's the starter, Buster Couch. And Butch Moss will be facing Ed the Ace McCullough. That's McCullough from Clovis, California, winner of the 71 National Funny Car class. They're approaching the starting line. That's Moss on the near side. And there's the start. They're off fairly easily. A very close race. And it looks like McCullough takes the lead. McCullough wins it. His time, 6.65. John from La Mirada, California, in the red car. It's the only rear-engine funny car in the competition here. He'll be facing Jake Johnson of Fort Worth, Texas, who'll be in the blue car. Now watch him spin his wheels and watch them rise. Coming out of the bleach box. In that bleach box to clean the wheels and heat them up is latex, glue, bleach. Everybody has their own concoction. That is Jake Johnson from Fort Worth, Texas there in the blue car in the near lane as we switch back to Jimmy Dunn in the red car. They're off. Dunn got the start, but Jake is coming up on him on the near lane. Johnson at the end is the winner. Jake Johnson, 6.94.
Out of the staging area. Duel in the second round featured Al Hanna driving the Eastern Raider against Setzer and Foster's Chevy Vega. Barry Setzer's Vega is first through the traps with a 6.90 at 207.8. Kenny Safford's driving Mr. Norm's Silver Dive. Blue Max screams past Kenny Safford to take the win at 217 miles per hour. ET 6.71.
Made by Sherrill Greer from Warner Robins, Georgia. Having one of his best years ever, Sherrill Greer, a longtime drag racer, he's meeting up against a relative newcomer in the sport, driving Jim Green's Green Elephant from Linwood, Washington. This is Frank Hall. Clouds of smoke covering the track. We're in semifinal or round number 3 action. 4 cars remain, now just 3. The winner of this to meet Bobby Rowe in the finals. A good start by both cars. But in the middle of the course, you can see it's Frank Hall, Linwood, Washington, and here Bobby Rowe from Fresno, California, the 2 finalists in Funny Car Eliminator, heading for that World Championship title. Over $25,000-$30,000 invested in these fiberglass replicas of today's modern muscle cars. Late model, supercharged, fuel-burning engines, 1,800 horsepower, speeds over 230 miles an hour. The crews edging up to the starting line, watching ever so close every action by both drivers. Starter Buster Couch intently gazing at the Christmas tree, making sure both drivers are ready. The tree goes green. They leave together. A tremendous race. Bobby Rowe, Frank Hall nearing the center line but not crossing, and he is there first. A little bit of smoke out of the car, but everything okay. And there you see Frank Hall winning Funny Car Eliminator.
Semifinals. Rich Cerronian dons his breather mask to face the National's fastest funny car from Louisiana, Candies and Hughes, with Leonard Hughes in the cockpit. Both drivers are ready, and the crowd knows this will be a classic. Cerronian by inches at 725.207 to Hughes 728.200. And Gaius in the Mach 1. And Gaius screams out of the bleach. Larson has red lighted, but still both cars scream the full quarter mile. Danny into the finals against Big John with a 7:27, 2:03.61. Big John's Barracuda against Mickey Thompson's Mustang in the funny car finals. The Barracuda cuts the light too thin, giving Danny Ungaiest his biggest win.